Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadows Within. I am your host, Larry, and this is the Shadows Within interviews. And this is going to be with the OG Bishop Freeman. And we await upon him. Let's hope this works so I don't have to go to my plan B. But if I have to go to plan B, so be it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is the OG Bishop Freeman. And, sir, I do want to say you're allowed to speak in or out of character, whichever you prefer. However you want to do it, man. I have questions for you regarding your time in the eFed community.
Okay, no problem.
Heck yeah.
Haven't been doing it that long.
You said you were only with it since last year, if I recall, yeah?
Yeah, only about a year, probably a little bit under a year. Because I
Oh,
started like what, I say August or September of last year.
okay. Where was the first place you started at?
Um, See, I'm not sure. It was because I joined both of them around the same time. It was either GPW or EPW. I
Okay,
had
you
more
want to...
success I have about more success at EPW than I did GPW though.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about your time in both places?
Okay, my time in GPW, it was more hit and miss. I was just starting out, so my character wasn't that good, so I wasn't really doing that well. But by the time EPW came along, I got my character down, so I was actually doing a whole lot better. And like I think within like the first 2 weeks there, my character became their Twitch champion and won a number one contendership for the tag team titles.
Okay.
And then a week later at the pay per view, I ended up having to defend that Twitch championship. And then later on that night, um, I got a title shot for the tag team titles to unify the tag team titles. So I ended up losing the Twitch title, only holding it for a week, and then becoming the unified EPW tag team champions in the same night. So I lost one title, gained another title.
Nice. Okay.
And then like I think I want to say 2 or 3 weeks later, they had a rumble, a 30-man rumble for the one of the world championships, and I looked up and pulled a good number. I think it was like 25, and then I ended up coming in and winning the EPW World Championship, all within the first month of me being there.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So for a while, I was a double champion, and so the accolades there was like the Twitch champion, then the EPW World Champion, and a two-time Unified Champion. So I came out the gate. I came out the gate on fire.
Okay. Awesome. And this was your time in EPW.
Yeah, I'm still with them right now. My character is fighting to get back to the top. He going through a little losing streak right now,
Okay.
but
Always
that
good.
expect to happen.
Now, how about your time in GPW?
Now GPW, I had title opportunities and everything, but like I want, he every time I get that opportunity, he always come up short. But like he'll have good matches and everything. It's just that he always came short of getting the title. And I was only there for a little time until I decided to leave. But it was for the time I was there, it was cool being there. Helped
Okay.
me get my footings in the eFed community and everything. Show me how things work and how things went down and everything. And but for a while, for like the I say the next 6 months, I had just did EPW, and then I started going to different places when different e-fans start seeing my character and asking do I want to join, like BWC Gaming, and it was another one I can't think of off the top of my head. But then I just started getting around everywhere and everything. Like right now, I say OG Bishop is spread around. I'm probably in like at least 7 different e-fans right now. It's kind of hard to keep up with, but I've been lucky enough that they've been screening at different times and different days. And if I ever did miss a show, I just go back and watch it to get caught up.
Okay. Thank you. Now, you want to tell us how you brought up the character OG Bishop Freeman and what's his backstory and why is he here in the E-Feds?
Okay, OG Bishop Freeman, he's been a character for a long time. He just went under different names. Like for a time he was the Reaper or Primetime Bishop or Primetime Reaper or something like that until I got to a point and they started working his name out and try changing it and something different. So I went from Primetime Bishop to OG Bishop Freeman because it sounds together like the name just fits together perfectly to me. And so ever since then I just been using him in different wrestling games before I even start doing EFED and everything. Just keep recreating him on each game, try to get the same move set down and everything. Each year that I created him, he got better and better, and until I got to where I'm at now in 2K26. And trust me, it's been some hard work trying to get everything exactly the way you want it. It's frustrating, and then 2K games being 2K games, so you have to adjust for that. But the character's backstory is that he's a guy from Chicago, ended up doing some jail time, ended up having a former Hall of Fame wrestler as a cellmate who taught him about wrestling and everything. So when he got out, he ended up going to get proper training from a wrestling school that the guy told him about, and then ended up going around to different promotions, putting in work and everything around Chicago, and became a big deal in Chicago, and then went to worldwide to different um, companies from Canada to Japan to Australia to New Zealand, everywhere. And the
That's
more
awesome.
matches I've been in, the more eyes people saw me, more and more people start asking, do I want to join and everything? Because I think my character is good, a good wrestler and everything. I ain't claiming to be the best, but I will put on the show, win, lose, or draw. You will enjoy a OG Bishop match.
Most indeed, and I do enjoy your matches, and I've also enjoyed your promo work. How would you describe your promo skills?
See, my promo skills, like being a fan of wrestling for the last 32 years. I've been watching wrestling, so you kind of pick up things here and there from watching it for so long, and then promoing is just like really you talking stuff to people, like how you used to sit around with your brothers and cousins and talk crap with each other and joke around with each other. That's kind of how like promos is. So I mixed that with professional wrestling promo and came up with the way I do it. It's like it ain't a set way. It's just I go with the flow of the promo. I don't sit down, practice nothing. I just go off of whoever I'm with, whoever I'm promoting against. Then it's how I determine how my style is going to be. Like, so I really just base it on each person with a mix of the type of character that he is. Like,
Okay.
I had some good promoing, and then I had some bad promoing. But there is this one wrestler guy that lately I've been going with when I first started the company, and what was it, RCW, called Jersey, and he was the first guy that I set a rivalry with, and me and him did like at least, I want to say, 4 to 6 weeks of nothing but promoting and going back and forth and building up our match before we had our first match. So by the time our first match came along, it was like highly highly publicized. Like they had people around, like, man, we can't wait to see this match and everything.
And you said RCW is a part of EWA, CPW, and Rated R Wrestling?
Yeah, it's one of the. They got a couple other companies, e-fans, that started with them recently. I just can't remember the names right now, but the main
Okay.
three is RCW Hood Slam, CPW, and Rated R Wrestling,
Do
and
you,
all
do
of them together is EWA.
okay. Do you want to tell us about your time in basically all four, because they are all in one banner? You want to go through that? You talked about RCW. Is there anything else you want to tell us more about RCW?
Okay, RCW is the first one I got introduced to
Okay.
inside of the EWA banner, and I did them for like the first like 2 months and everything, and then the other two, CPW and Rated R Wrestling, saw how I was doing, and I went over there, watched a couple of their screens and everything, and started going over there and picking up everything. Excuse me. Now, and I think I've been doing good in those two. I haven't won any gold on those two shows yet, but right now in RCW Hood Slam, I'm their street fight champion, and with Rated R Wrestling, they got like this one show called Free Show, where it's like for the all like the odd type wrestlers, kind of like how Kane, Mankind, or Boogeyman or Undertaker is. It's for those type of wrestlers and everything. And we doing like a story where my guy is a voodoo sorcerer, and he opened up a portal to a different dimension, and all types of weird people then came through and everything, and I opened up a portal, and like a little weed monster came out that's friendly. He cracked out of a gold and silver egg. It's like it sounds weird, but the whole storyline is crazy and very entertaining. The
But
storylines in all three shows are very entertaining. It's very story driven, and when you have the max payoff, it's really worth it.
that's really awesome. And you said, so when you said you opened a portal, did you basically start the freak show? Like everything that
No,
happened?
no, no, no.
Okay.
the owner was always had it going and
Okay.
everything. It's just that my guy with the I decided to go in the direction with him because he was more of a based in realistic type of wrestler. And but after seeing Free Show and everything, I figured might as well go into lean more towards into the Free Show side. So my dude became a background was added to what I already told you to him practicing voodoo and finding a sorcerer like book, and he started messing around with portals and everything. And just so happened, like from something else, a portal opened up in the dimension and start snatching people up and having different things come through. Like we got people that look like the character Quan Chi from Mortal Kombat. We got witch doctors. We got all types of things. We had an alien named what was his name? Paul that was wrestling that the FBI came and picked up. The owner is being looked at by the FBI for a missing of a wrestler and everything. It's just like it's a freak show. Like the name is, it's just a whole freak show.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And that's
Like
for RCW
uh,
rated R?
that's mostly rated R,
Okay.
and RCW and CPW are more of the realistic side of wrestling, not like the supernatural side, where you on this with RCW and CPW is more of the back and forth promos, setting up matches, starting rivalries and everything with the Facebook and everything, and building towards a match. Like with me and Jersey, like our rivalry is I compare it to like a Rock and Austin type rivalry. Like it's been good as hell. We've been bringing people in, and we will do like at the beginning. It started off with a little scientific in it, but as it went on, it became more real based and everything. Like, and since his character is like a little bit more advanced than mine was, I was just coming in. He was my first person, so the first couple matches that we had, few matches that we had, he did pull off the win. But I think our last match that we had in RCW, I did win, beat him, finally beat him. So right now, with me being the street fight champion, I'm more focusing on that. While he's the world champion, he's been focusing on that. So like, even though we're rivalries, but we're not rivalry right now. We doing our separate stories until we end up coming back together to continue the rivalry. Kind of like how Rock and Austin was. Like they had other matches in between they rivalry, but they always came back to each other.
Exactly. To keep it fresh and generic.
Yeah, yeah. Because we started off strong. Like before I even had my first match against him, we did a good 4 to 5, 6 weeks of none but promoing and talking to each other and talking mess to each other before we actually had our first in ring competition. We had people on his side of his group, Exit 13 room for him. Then we have some people on the roster rooting for me. We had a lot of people invested in everything.
That's awesome. And the mighty of IWA is here, and he asked, "What was the inspiration behind the OG?" And I believe that's what you already told us at the beginning of this pod, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like
Yeah.
he like was a street gangster that ended up um doing something and then going to jail and doing some time in jail and all that. And then the Bishop Freeman, I just like the name Bishop, and it like and the word last name Freeman is just like they fit perfectly together. Bishop Freeman, like it kind of rolls off the tongue.
Most indeed. And if you would like to go see where that actually began, Mighty, you should go check out the beginning of this pod when it is over. And welcome, Gremlin Yaya. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
I like that
Now,
name, Grimmy Yaya.
do you want to tell us about your time in BWC that you're currently at now? Yes.
Yes, I'm still part of them too. Okay, with them, I met BWC through the EPW, and I just started doing there and everything. And like I think like the first after 2 months being there and everything, I ended up getting a Puerto Rican title shot. Ended up winning that and doing matches here and there, promoting and everything. Then I had to do a triple threat match where I had to defend the title against two other people, and then the loser of the match, the person who got pinned, got nothing, but the person who didn't get pinned gets a title shot. And I ended up losing the title, but I didn't get pinned or submit. So the person who won it, me and him had a match the next month at the pay-per-view, and I ended up winning it back and becoming a two-time Puerto Rican champion. And I held that for like a few weeks, and then until I ended up dropping it back to him. And then just last night, we had a Three Stages of Hell match. The first match in the Three Stages was an Inferno match. The second match was a Last Man Standing, and the third match was an Avalanche. And I have to say, that was one of the best matches that OG Bishop been in since he been in EFED. He had a lot of matches, but I have to say the match that he had like last night is top three because it was supposed to be a quick match, but just the last man standing part of the match lasted a good half hour because our wrestlers would not let the opponent stay down for long enough so the ref will get the count. And then finally, his character got that second fall, and we went into the Avalanche match. So by this time, that third match, we both was bloody. Our bodies was fully red, and arm, head, limbs, and everything was all red. I don't know how either one of them was standing. And then he ended up pulling off the win and walking away with the title. And the stipulation in the match was whoever wins, the loser cannot do not get a rematch. So since I lost, I had to move on from the Puerto Rican title, which is okay with me. That means I just move up. I'm gonna got bigger goals for OG now, and over there I'm trying to go for one of the world champions. After they do what is it? They Slammy Awards show where the champion had to defend their belts. So whoever the champion after they Slammy Awards, I'm gonna see what I can do to get in a world title picture because my time there, I've been putting in all the work, doing a good job, and having that hell of a Puerto Rican championship match. I figured that OG is good enough to move up to the world title. Even though I didn't win the Puerto Rican title, like I said, I might not win all the time, but it's going to be a good match. I'm putting on the show, win, lose, or draw.
Okay. Well said. Well said. And Mighty stated, I like the fact you have a backstory to your call and how you get excited when you get talking about him.
See, yeah, the backstory, that's what make it fun and like interesting, keep you engaged. I love the wrestling part of it, but you also need the story part of it, and the stories help people get engaged with it and help them stay interesting. It's just like any other TV show. If you give backstory and give the people something to latch onto and keep their interest, people will keep wanting to come back and for more and more and want to see that character and see where he goes. So over time, I tried developing his story a little bit more and add things to it, change things up, depending on what he fell on with. His backstory might change a little bit, not that much. The base of it's still the same, but I might add a little something to it to fit that company. Excuse me.
Like you did with the voodoo.
Yeah, exactly. Because before then, OG Bishop didn't have nothing to do with voodoo or not nothing like that. He was just some street guy who ended up running into some trouble and going into wrestling once he got out of jail.
And
It's
why
like it's
voodoo of
just
all
like
things?
in
So you did what?
I don't
Sorry?
know. I know I was gonna say it's just like in real wrestling, the evolution of a character. Triple H, when he first came to WWE, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So
Yeah.
even though it's the same guy, Hunter Hearst Helmsley is a totally different person than the cerebral assassin, the game Triple H. Like that whole evolution from Hunter Hearst Helmsley to Degeneration X to him being by a part of the corporation until the reform of DX and all that. You saw the evolution of the character and the evolution of The Rock and Stone Cold. Like you saw how they was when they first came to the company to the time when they finally retired from the company. Like them two different people, and I think that's the best part. The best thing for a character is to evolve and change to keep people wanting to see more of you because you don't know what he might do or what might happen.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Thank you for that. And you want to tell us about your time in KCW, which I still think you currently work at, yes?
Yeah, I'm still with them too, and with that, I'm still at the beginning stages with them and everything. Right, I had a few matches here and there to get my name out there and my character out there. Right now, I'm trying to get a what's they call it, a what's how is that, the Triple Crown
Yeah.
Championship,
Yeah.
and they champ the Triple Crown champion. I'm blanking on his name right now, but I started by having a promo of me attacking him and standing over him, holding his title, saying I want this title and everything. And we had like a quick match, like non-title match. I beat him, and right now I'm promoting that. Hey, I just beat the champion. Shouldn't that make me number one contender? And I've been talking to him and everything. And in character, he haven't said nothing back to me or anything. So I've been like, oh, he's ducking and dodging me. He didn't know how to take that ass whooping I gave him in that match as champion. He don't want to put his title up against the line and whatever. And then in the process of me waiting to get my title shot, I've been fighting other people, getting other matches under his belt, dark show matches, universe matches. And like my last big match was a dark show match for them against character Ranger Road, which is considered one of the hardest people to beat. He's been running through everybody on the roster, and then I come in, and even it wasn't easy at all. I had to say, Ranger Road, his characters are like top notch. Like he is not an easy person to beat at all. But some way I pulled it out and won. Like my whole character is like the guy that throughout his whole career, he always end up putting out the W against people that everybody's saying like you ain't gonna be able to beat him. He's a tough guy. Like don't get me wrong, I respect your character and everything, but everybody could be beat. Just because they haven't been beaten yet doesn't mean they can't be beat. Like with all due respect, I always understand where people come from. You is I'm not. I'm going into the match respect and on my guard, but until you actually beat me, you don't know if we could beat each other because we never had a match.
Well said. And welcome Daryl Williams, the new talent. So he's referring to a company you recently just joined, literally last night after having your first matchup in IWA. Want to tell us about what you're looking to do in IWA and what you've seen so far that you liked about it when you're wanting to join?
I like the show. The last night was the first show I seen, and just the commentary, how relaxed they are, and then the style of the wrestlers, like it's kind of up my alley with the whole freak show type thing. And I figured, hey, I might like it here, and the commentary is fun because the show will be awesome. You can have awesome matches all night, but the commentary makes the show. Like just like in JR and the King made Raw and SmackDown even more fun to watch. I think commentary helps put people over and helps build the matches, and that's what I like. And I felt that I would like to be here and everything, and it'll be a new journey. And in this journey, I'm gonna have fun, try to get along with everybody. And on character side, I'm here to put people on notice and collect victims. I ain't saying
Heck
I'm
yeah.
gonna win all the. I ain't saying I'm gonna win all the time, but I'm saying you ain't gonna forget me after we have that match.
Most indeed, and the man that actually does the commentary is actually in here watching. Mr. Mighty. He's the boss man of IWA and has a great creative team, and we're excited to see what you do
What's
here
up,
going forward.
Mighty? I can't wait. My character is one of those characters that with the like I try to get a good match out of everybody, but with the right person and our promo connect, I think we could do some good work. And I don't mind building up to get to the top. I don't mind taking the steps that is needed. All I'm asking for is give me a chance, and you won't be disappointed.
Well said. Now, going forward with that, you want to tell us about your time in DPW?
DPW, I'm still a part of them now too. And right now, I'm the number one. They're doing a draft, so they just wait for things to sell out in there and see what the draft is due out. But I am in a number one contendership for their hardcore title. Um, excuse me. I was their television champion for a little bit. The television champion is more. It's like kind of like the jumpstart for the new people to get them some experience in championship and in matches and everything. And I had redeemed for a television title shot, ended up winning it in like I think a 5 or 6 man match, and I held it for a little while, and then I ended up losing it back in like multi-man matches. And right now they're doing a tournament, like a um, tournament for the television title called the Television Classic. It's DPW and SDW, Smoking with Mellow, his television title, and they all doing it together. So everybody in those matches, in those tournaments, going for the television title. It's like I think at least 16 to 18 people in it right now going for it and everything. But right now I'm focusing on trying to get the hardcore title and bring prestige to the hardcore division.
Heck yeah. And you talked about your guy growing up in Chicago, and Chicago is not always the easiest place to live, I would imagine. This is where you're from in real life, yes?
Yes, yes. In real life, I'm originally from Chicago, from the south side of Chicago, and I lived in and around Chicago for like the first 18 years of my life and everything. When I graduated from high school, I lived in like a city outside Chicago called Bolingbrook, Illinois, and I graduated high school in '05, and then once I graduated high school from in '05, my mom and dad was moving to Iowa. And they said, since you graduated, you're grown, you can do whatever you want. You can stay here or come with us. And I figured, I come with us. And they was moving to Iowa. And I figured, Iowa is something different. I never been there. And I figured might as well go because I really didn't have no plans after high school. So I decided to come with them, and I've been in Iowa since 2005. So for the last 21 years, I've been here. It was some getting used to, and everything is a big difference being in and around Chicago to Iowa. It was like nothing but cornfields, cornfields, cornfields. Like it's cool, but it was some getting used to.
And Chicago is nicknamed the Windy City, correct?
Oh man, yeah. Especially down by Lake Michigan on those cold nights. Yeah, if you don't got clothes from Chicago, you to help keep you warm, man. I feel sorry for the skinny people that live in Chicago during the winter times, cause man, you'll freeze your ass off. So you definitely have to layer up.
No doubt, brother, no doubt. And you were talking about SDW, also known as Smoking Wet Mellow. You want to tell us about your time there and what that's been like?
Yes, it's been fun there. Right now, I'm near Dragon Continental Champion. I'm a 2 or 3 time champion. I just defended against another great and very hard wrestler to beat, Big Lou, and me and was going through wars over this title. Like man, and finally in our last match that we had, it was like whoever wins, the loser had to go to the back of the line, and I ended up walking in as champion and was blessed enough to walk out as champion. And no knock to Big Lou, because every E-Fed that I've been in, that Big Lou was in, I ended up losing against him every time we had a match. But it took all this time, like many E-Feds later, and with Smoking with Will to finally be on that level of just as good as he is, to be able to trade a title back and forth with him is an honor. And even though we might not win, we might not go against each other again for the Dragon Continental title. The next time we go against each other, probably be for a world title or something. And I can't wait because he's a badass. I like those characters that help Bishop push his level, push him to the next level. Like, no disrespect, but I don't want nobody that I know I can beat easily. I want somebody that's hard to beat that will make me work for that W and everything. That just helps Bishop get better and better. The harder the opponent, the better you'll become.
And Bishop, no matter where he is he always looking just to get gold, or what's his goal? Is it to get just titles, or is it to have a good fight, or how would you describe it?
Bishop, his whole goal is to put on a show for the people. And if I believe if you come in, put on a good show and put on a good match and do what you need to do, the titles will come. Like I never go out chasing titles, but if I get a title opportunity, I ain't gonna turn it down because that's what everybody wants, that title opportunity. But I go in trying to put on the best show and put on a good match, win, lose, or draw, like I said. And just so happened, if me putting on that good show and putting out a good effort and doing what I need to do leads me to a title shot, then yes. But I ain't
Okay.
gonna go out forcing a title shot, not all the time. Now, if I feel that, hey, I've been beating this guy a million times, and me and him been going back and forth our rivalry. He won a bunch, I won a bunch, and he's a champion. I feel like, hey, I should get a title shot. Like he beat me, I beat him. Our rivalry is at that point where a title needs to be on the line. It would make sense for the title to be on the line.
That's understandable. Now, your time in PRW, I believe it is PRW.
PR, yes, I'm just starting there and everything. And a long time ago when they was under another name, I forgot the name. I ended up earning a what was it, a intercontinental title shot after being there for like a couple months. And finally, what was it, on their last show, I finally got that title match and won it. So I literally just gained that title and working there. They associate with what's that, DPW and Smoking with Mellow. They all
Okay.
associated together. Associate together. So I just picked up a title there after a long, hard worked road.
Nice.
And I have to say, all the owners of the companies that I'm with is awesome and everything. I love their commentary. Everybody got their own style. They people might borrow from a good idea here and there from other people, but that's expected. But everybody got their own style of doing things, and when I think that's great because it helps me adapt and get to different styles and be able to succeed in different styles and everything. When you go through different companies who does things different, you become a better wrestler that way.
Understood. Well said, sir. Well said. Now, your time in CMH.
CMX, I'm literally just starting there. Like I only been there for like I want to say 3 weeks, and it's been going good right now. I just had a match earlier with them, and well, I just had what 3 matches earlier with them, and I won the first two, and lost the third one, and it was a heck of a match. I brought over a title that I created
Uh,
with them and the owner had liked and decided to make it a title a part of their show. And he said the only stipulation is you gotta defend it. I was like, no problem. I don't yeah, no problem. I'm the type of champion that I don't mind defending it against any and everybody. If the person deserves it, I don't got no problem giving you that shot. And the person I ended up defending that Windy City Championship against was a person that I have a long story history with, Jersey. And me and him put on one heck of a match, and it came down to like a bite of the nail that I was able to pull it off against him. Because I admit I don't get that many wins over Jersey, and when I do, I'm happy about it because he's one of those another one of those wrestlers that don't lose that often. And I'm happy to be one of those wins against him. One of those losses was against me.
okay. And you guys have fought everywhere you guys have been.
Yeah, me and Jersey, yeah. Even though it's only been 2 places so far, but yeah, everywhere we win, we fought.
Okay. Do you want to tell
And
us
I
where that?
love.
You what? Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, no,
I
no.
was
What
just
were you?
saying, I love having those long rivalries across multiple companies.
Now, do you want to tell us where your rivalry with Jersey first started and your history where it is today, right now?
Yeah, it was Jersey. Me and him started. He was my first rival in RCW. That's the one I was telling you about with the long rivalry. We had that long, um,
Rock and Stone
six
Cold
week.
feud, basically.
Yeah. That's him. That's where
Okay.
it first started. Right at RCW Hood Slam. and we've been going at it across RC, the whole EW, the whole EWA company. So we fought in RCW, CPW, Radio R Wrestling, and now CXM. We fought. Like he picked up wins, I picked up wins. I admit his win column is a little bit higher than mine against each other, but hey, as long as I got a few in there.
And your rivalry still continues today with more to come.
Yes, I'm looking forward to us fighting over a world title. No matter what company we with, I know our next big rivalry go be for that a world title with somebody.
Heck yeah. I can't wait to see that. And you are in part of the global umbrella under one of the companies, GEW. Are you with Fight Club, or are you just with the GEW brand elsewhere there?
Right now I'm with just the brand. Right now I'm not really set to a show since I just
Okay.
came, and they trying to see where I go and where I fit in. My first match there I did lose, but it was a hard fought loss though.
Yeah. And what's
So
your
like,
goal there?
oh, see, my goal there is like my same goal with wherever I go is to make an impact, put on a good show, and hopefully it leads to more success for OG Bishop. It could be in gold, it could be with doing anything, just to have fun and put on the show.
Most definitely. Indeed. Now, TXT.
What do you say?
TXT, that's the final company I have listed.
Okay, TXT. Yeah, see, TXT is basically the same thing. I joined TXT and GEW around the same time. So it's all of it is in those two are in the beginning stages. And I really haven't done much in both of them yet. I'm just getting started on both of them. And I'm hoping for a bright future in both companies and both shows and everything, and hopefully I could impress people to want to book me more on the show and everything.
Heck yeah. And going with that, that was the last company, but is there a company out here in the EFED community you're wanting to join?
Um, at the moment, not really, but I have been paying attention to just random ones, just the ones I see in the EFED Facebook page that doing some great things and everything. Even if I like don't join them, I probably go check them out and watch or whatever. Like, but right now I'm not actively trying to join anybody else at the moment because I admit my plate is overflowing with shows right now. So with my schedule and everything, I'm just trying to keep what I already have in lines and everything, so I could be able to focus on each EFAT properly and give each one my time. I admit some companies where I'm holding titles at, I'm gonna put in a little bit more time because I'm a champion there, but I'm still gonna give everybody the same amount of time as I can.
That's completely understandable. I like that. Got a long ways to go, man. Got a long ways to go.
Man,
And
I'm trying to
speaking,
get back. I'm trying to get back to that world title. I only have one world title run in the year and a half that I've been in the EFED, and I enjoyed it. And I'm trying to get back to the top.
always good goals to have, man. Always good goals to have. Keep those goals. Keep those goals. And speaking of gold, you made your own championship, the Windy City Championship, and you bring that anywhere you go, or is that only for certain places?
I put that. I bring it to everywhere I go. Like I give it. I come up with to the owner and give him the idea and everything. Because I just put the name on the title. I didn't put no company initials or no nothing. So if eFed owner want to download it, they could download it and not worry about having another promotion's name on it or anything. It's one of those titles where, as if I'm with your company, that title will be with your company if you want it.
Okay.
And I'm willing to defend it against anybody in that company, or if the owner of the company want to put it in a tournament to see who gets to fight for it, and I'll be one of the people in the tournament that will fight. Well, at the in the finals that will fight for it. Because I feel that since it is a title that I created, OG should have a opportunity to win it too, and it could be in a one-on-one or multi-man match.
Okay. And the Windy City, it's named after the place where you're from, Chicago. Were you thinking of other names before you named it the Windy City Championship?
Uh, yeah. At first, it was called the GOAT Championship, and on
Oh,
it was the design of half of it was the Bulls with Michael Jordan, and the other half was Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. And I named it the GOAT Championship. And then over time, it mutated into the Windy City Championship.
okay. I like that.
I try to put
Now,
like little landmarks from the Chicago skyline on the main plate, and then like
okay.
little landmarks from Chicago on the side plates, like the Navy Pier, the United Center, the George statue from the United Center, the fountain, the Chicago bean on it, and everything. And then at the far ends is the Chicago City flag.
Okay. Hell yeah, brother.
And the design
Yeah.
for that had, when I finally decided on the Winning City Championship, it went through different designs before I got it to this one.
Progress makes perfect. Sometimes you advance in designs, and with the game advancing, I would imagine that you tried to switch it up each time you made it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. 2K, I have to say, 2K26 is the best design of the title that I had so far. And I'm pretty sure when 2K27 come out, 2K27 will be the best design because the advancement of the technology that they give you to make how it look.
And you said you were having trouble with it the other day with creating another character that you wanted to bring in as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's the whole 2K and the Xbox having trouble with my account. I'm not able to play the game right now. I've been trying to figure out how come I can't play it, and I've been getting a whole runaround with Microsoft and everything. So right now, I'm at a standstill on creating anything else. I'm just was happy that I was able to get at least one championship and my main character created and out and everything because I was in the process of creating a whole faction. It would have been the main character OG Bishop, and I was in the process of creating a female wrestler named Justice Freeman, and I would have had the whole Freeman family with those two, and then another big brute monster type person who don't talk or anything. I was gonna name him Omar Terror Freeman, and then he would have been like a mid card like character that goes for the mid card title, and I was to create a tag team under the Freeman family too that went out the tag team division. But I
So,
always start off with one guy and one girl just for the story mode of the game.
okay. And we be seeing that if 2K starts to cooperate? Could we be seeing that possibly in the next game or even before this game, before everybody switches over?
Oh yeah, yeah. If everything works out with me getting my game back and able to play on it, the Freeman family will be making an appearance before the end of 2K26, and they will be continuing on into 2K27.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to see it, and I know many other others as well. And also, I do want to say some of the eFeds I do work with and stuff. IWA, it's more showcase than an eFed, but they don't usually switch into the game until way later in the year. So basically, you would have a long period of time to be on that one before we do switch to the next game. I do want to shout that out, and a few others I know do it, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
SPW does as well.
Yeah, I know a few companies they did that. They wait until like at least late April, early May or something to change over. They give people at least a 2 month grace period to get their wrestlers created, go through whatever they need to go through, and play the game before they switch over. Because that's what a lot of people did with 2K25 going into 2K26. I know there's a couple companies that's literally just switched over to 26 like a month ago.
That's understandable. Yeah, the games are still coming out. Some people switch to them fast. Some people took their time.
Right. How these are nowadays.
Now, going forward, I never did not get to ask you this one yet, but how do you describe Bishop Freeman's fighting style?
He is more of a brawler powerhouse where he's like a 6'9", 265 wrestler. He's a powerhouse, and his moveset is like hard and fast hitting. Like he aimed towards more of your body.
What was that?
I'm sorry, I was getting a phone call. But nah,
Oh, you're all good.
he aimed towards more of your aiming towards more of your head and body because because most people, if your body hurting and your head hurting, you'll be more hurt and hard to defend yourself. And so I all my moves are based around hurt. So when
Uh, Bishop, you cut out, man.
I get a phone call, so when I do my finishing move, it hurt a whole lot more because he's a big guy and he just had to having a big guy pound on your chest, back, and head, do a like that Steiner screwdriver or a splash on you, so you tend to stay down a little bit more.
Okay, that makes sense. And what? Sorry.
No, I would say he's like a brute, like just hard hits with a couple of.
Everything good? You get another call?
But his moves might switch up every now and then, here and there.
Is his style the same everywhere, or do you have him like differently set up each company?
Same everywhere.
Okay. Now, do you want to tell us about your finishers and
I
your
got him
signatures?
set up for everywhere the same. It's probably a move here or there that might change, but he's the same build everywhere.
Okay.
The same OG Bishop you'll see in EPW gonna be the same Bishop you'll see in Rated R or DPW or whatever. It's just that one move might be different. That EFED might not allow a person to do that move as a regular move. or whatever, then that might change. It might be different over there. But
Okay.
the whole base of OG Bishop, he built the same everywhere you go. You'll be getting the same character no matter where you at.
Okay. I like that. That's awesome. And do you want to tell us about your signatures and finishers?
Yes, his signature is a dominator and clothesline from hell. And it's another one. I do not know the name of it, but when you on the ground, he goes to the corner and touch you, and you go up to your hands and knees, and he'll come up and do like a stand on you and do like a stomp on your head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know
And,
what you're talking.
and then his finishers is that over family fall from grace powerbomb and Steiner screwdriver.
Okay.
And his third one is what's that? That tsunami that Bronson Reed used. Except for
Okay.
in one effect is instead of the splash, it's a trick shot.
Nice. Do you have names for these moves yourself, or do you just use the move names within the
Yes,
game?
yes. The Steiner screwdriver, I call that the Bishop driver. The fall for grace, I call that hit of OG. And the splash, I call that Windy City Splash. Now the trick shot, I don't got no other name for it. I just gave it to him for that company, so I haven't thought of a name for it yet.
Okay. And thank you for letting us all know that. That's very interesting. So for people that have him on your roster, now you know what to call those moves when he does hit them. And you want to tell us, out of all the feds you've been in, out of all the places you've been at, you want to tell us your top five matches, your top five
Ooh,
matches,
ooh.
or 10. I'll get or 10, 5 to 10.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go with EPW when the that 30-man Rumble has to be my number one because I became the world champion. And any match that you become the world champion for the first time has to be your best match.
Well said.
And my another one is let's see, what I just had last night for the Puerto Rican Championship, 3 stages of hell match. That ended up being almost an hour to hours plus. That has to be my second favorite one because that was I gotta say for myself that was a Hall of Fame match. And
Okay.
my third would be uh, my last match against Big Lou for the Dragon Continental Championship because that match went back and forth and he really had to fight for that one. And number four would be the in KCW against Ranger Road because man, just I barely got away with that win from I had to skeet by on that one. And the fifth one, I'm not sure. I have to say the fifth one has to be back in EPW with my debut match. I won a title, the Twitch
Okay.
Championship. Like that's like and that was when I was first starting EFED, and I didn't know nothing really, and the owner just threw me in like, huh, here you go, just to see how you do. I'm pretty sure him or me wasn't expecting me to win my first match for the championship, and to have your very first match, one of your very first matches ever in EFED, and you come out as a champion, that got to be up there. And those
Most
five,
definitely.
I have to say, those five off the top of my head is the ones that I'm gonna go with.
Well said. Now, when it comes to top five rivalries, or to 10, 5 to 10
Ooh,
rivalries,
okay. Jersey. Uh, who else? Because this will be a harder one because I had a lot of good people I fought against. Jersey, right now, on and off. Like I wouldn't call it a rivalry. It's like a love hate relationship. Um, what's his name? Hold up. And EPW, I can't remember his name. Something Omega.
Kenny, not Kenny
Uh,
Omega, Randy Omega.
yes, Randy Omega.
Okay.
Me and him, our mic skills towards each other is like heated ones. In character, we at each other head heated. But once we out of character, me and him cool. And then when I was the tag team champions with a guy called Alexander the Judge, me and him, we had went up against the Red Wolves, I think they was as a tag team. We have fought them on multiple occasions. Always put on a bang of a match. And Big Lou with in SDW going over the Dragon Continental Championship, or shit just all out of East Fed around the East Fed. Big Lou, he's another one. And to be honest, that's all I have right now. Like I ain't
Okay.
saying that anybody else that I had matches with or multiple matches with wasn't good. It's just that I really can't rank the rest of them. I can't pick who will be next after those that I pick because all the rest were just so good.
Now, going off of that, can you tell me, since you've been in here for a good amount of time, can you tell me maybe 5 to 10 people you would like to have OG Bishop face off with, whether it be tag, singles, or multi-man?
Ooh, the owner of EPW, his character Ghost Edwards. Even though I've been in the cup with them for a long time, I still haven't had like a good rivalry with him. And let's see. In over in EWA, I did have a couple matches with him, but not really that much of a rivalry. Skeleton, I would love to build up on that rivalry with him a lot. Who else? In KCW, um, I would like to start even more of a rivalry with Ranger Road because as all the time that we only fought like 3 times, and that was all three of those times was like just random matches off here and there. One really nothing big, and let's see, KC King over
Ooh.
in um DPW. Like me and him had some matches. Like I think me and him had like 3 or 4 matches. I would like to see more of that because each match that we had was a good match. Um, who else? Southern Cycle in the EWA. Me and him been cool for a long time. I would love for something for me and him to go off. Like me and him cross paths, but we never actually like fought for real.
Yeah,
And I would love to see how that go. And who else? And Gambino, and also in EWA, I would love to build up a rivalry with him because his character is like a down south Louisiana swamp, like back swamps type of character, and that mixed with OG Bishop being that voodoo Chicago guy, like those will fit together perfectly. That rivalry gives like a Undertaker Mankind vibe type rivalry,
yeah,
and off the top of my head, that's all I have right now.
I
Like
love it.
it's a lot of people I want to fight. I want to get if I can. I want to get an opportunity to get in the ring with just about any and everybody, just to see how things work out.
I would love to see it, and I know the other people watching would love to see it as well. So you got a bright future ahead. And also going on that,
Mm.
before we get to the final few questions, I think I forgot you were part of a team slash tag team called the Masters of Chaos, right?
Oh man, yeah, that was a while ago. We was running. Well, we weren't running, but we was really into the OA EPW. At one point, like 3 out of the 5 members had gold. And that was the time I was the double champion, one half of the tag team champions with Alexander the Judge, and I was the world champion. And at that time, I was still going by Primetime Bishop. And I was at that point, I was young, on top of the game, really big and talking shit. Had everybody on every character on the roster chasing me at my head, wanted to shut me up. Man, that was a good group. I
Yeah.
know at one point, Jaquil was a part of it. Who else? It was two other guys. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was me, Alexander the Judge, Jaquil. Um, I hate myself that I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, but me. It started with just me and Alexander the Judge. Our name was Prime Judgment. We just put Prime Time and Judgment together. Prime Judgment, and we was the first ever EPW Unified Tag Team Champions, and we was a two-time Unified Tag Team Champions, and that was a good run.
Heck yeah. Do you think that we'll ever see them back in the future, maybe? Or will the
Um,
Freeman family, as you were saying, would be the next goal for a group?
it'll be most likely the Freeman family, but I'm not opposed to if of Alexander the Judge and Bishop Freeman teaming back up later on too, because we had such good success as a tag team. It'll be a tragedy for them not to ever get back together. Because, like I said, in my third ever match, I won tag team gold with him, and we ran the tag team division for a while. So yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't mind having me and him get back together. I'll
Be
probably
very interesting.
have I'll probably have the Freeman family over here, and then Bishop and Alexander the Judge over here. But
Okay.
I also wouldn't mind teaming up with a lot. There's a lot of people that I would love to team up with. Most of the people that I have rivalries with, I wouldn't mind teaming up with either because our fighting styles are either like not exactly the same, but similar, or their fighting style complement my fighting style. Like with Southern Psycho, he's a cruiserweight, so his high flying style will fit perfect with my powerhouse style. Because in wrestling history, some of the best tag teams was the high flyer mixed with a powerhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he could pick up where I'm lacking at, and I could pick up where he lacks at. Excuse me.
Well said. Well said. Thank you for that, Bishop. And now your time in E-Feds. What do you have to say that you like about it and such? And if there's anything else you would like to say about E-Feds?
My time in the East End, I love it. It's something different. It's good to be in a like. I've been a huge wrestling fan since I was 7 years old, and I'm 39. And it's like it feels good to have a community of people who have the amount of love and respect for wrestling that I do, be, and able to sit around, have fun, play video games, and talk about wrestling. It's like a perfect environment and everything. Like there's been people in my life that was wrestling fans that we grew up and they grew out of it and everything. Like, but as I grew up, I grew more into it, and it's good to find a community where I can fit in and talk about wrestling as much as I want with people who want to talk about it with me as much as they want and who have the same love for the sport that I do, and not talk about it with people who just be like all sarcastic about it. Like when talking to people in the EFED about wrestling, you could tell that they genuinely love wrestling, all parts of wrestling, like the good, the bad, and everything.
Yeah. Well said. Well said, sir. And now, how does your character Bishop differ from you in real life, or is there no difference? Would you have to say?
Um, it's different really because the bishop, he's not like I'm not that whole street gangster type of voodoo guy. That's all character work and everything. Me, I'm more of a laid back, chill person, and I never been like a part of that whole street life. I know people that was and everything, and that never been me. But like with Bishop, I since I know, been around it some and then seen it, I know how it is, and I kind of put that into the character, and then with a twist on it and everything. The only thing that's the same with me and Bishop is we both potheads.
Nice. Very nice. Smoke the pot, as they say, better than the crack.
Right? Like, oh, because in Radar Wrestling, one of the little monsters that came out of the portal was a little weed monster, and right now, Bishop got a little buddy that he is a weed buddy. He's kind of like you remember the show Elf?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. So, my little weed buddy is kind of like Elf, but he's a weed monster. He's calm, cool. He feeds off a number of dirt, water, sun, and he grows weed off of them. So, Bishop in character, always got some of the best weed because he got a little weed monster.
That's awesome. That's hella awesome. Heck yeah, man. And what would you want your legacy to be in eFeds?
I would want my legacy to be somebody that didn't mind putting in the work, then don't mind going through the process as long as I know the process is leading somewhere, and somebody who's respectful because I try to be as respectful as I can. If I do something that somebody don't like or anything, I'm not doing it on purpose. If you don't like it, please come to me and tell me. And to be somebody that everybody always has something, at least one or two nice things to say about me. I ain't perfect. I know I probably did something or said something to offend somebody. I'm sorry for that, but all around, I want my legacy to be somebody who was fair and who and in character who was always up for a fight, no matter if he lose or win. He won. OG Bishop wasn't turning down a fight.
Okay. Well said. Thank you. And that was my final question. But do you want to give
Okay.
any final thoughts before you get off here?
Final thoughts. The only final thought I have to say is I'm looking forward to working further along with the IWA and seeing how things work out. And I'm looking forward to continuing any storylines I got with any opponents I got with any EFED that I'm with. And that one day I will be world champion again. So everybody that has Bishop in their EFED, watch out because I'm coming for that number one spot.
Ooh. Good to hear, folks. And I do want to take the time to say thank you again for giving me the time of day to interview. You're always welcome on here whenever you would want to. And yeah, man, thank you. Thank you for giving me the time of day to even interview you.
No problem. It was a big step for me because I'm a stage fright type of guy, and I
Oh,
don't do good in front of like I could talk to people here and there in the group, but if I had to get up in front of people like and everybody giving me their undivided attention, I usually freeze up. So I got big stage fright. So working at the EFED, and doing the podcast kind of helps that.
well, I'm honored that you picked me as basically like your first doing this, man. I'm glad that you were able to get on here, speak your truth, and we do different shows on here. Like sometimes we do like a war room where we go
Hmm.
over the IWA shows. I have different shows for depending on what EFED it is, but I do go over a lot of EFED shows. But there's shows for like IWA, SPW, and a few others I do. Takedown for TPW. You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
join in on those and speak your thoughts on the show and such, man. Don't feel afraid to come on. We always look out for each other here, and we want to make you feel comfortable and safe.
No problem. I'll be happy to come back anytime. Oh, and I would like to say I am doing I'm working on a comic book. Like right now,
Ooh.
I got like it ain't out published yet, but I got one issue of it done, and it's just a digital page like, and the character is called the comic book is called Cyber X, and I took I took Bishop from the wrestling ring and put him in the comic books and in the comic book and made him Cyber X a superhero that's Chicago based. And the first issue I already got out, and it's and I want to start a whole little comic line and everything under the own comic company called Soul Power Comics. And the very
Wow.
first issue is Cyber X issue one. And anybody that would like to get like a little copy of it, digital copy, because I don't got, I'm just starting out. I really just finished that one copy, so I don't have a physical. It's just pictures of the comic, what the comic book will be and how it would be set up. So if anybody wants to see it, I'll be happy to send it to them. Just DM me my in my private message. It's just my real name, Shafiq Johnson, spelled Shafeeq, and Johnson, spelled Johnson regular. And I will send you the first issue and a little video that I did for it. Like I wrote the story myself. But, hold up.
No worries. Take your time.
Yeah, I wrote the story myself, but I use AI to do the pictures. Since I can't draw myself, I'm not that good of a drawer. So I just wrote out the story and I put in AI to so it to come up with the picture of how I want the characters to look.
I can't.
Start,
I would love to see that. I know many others would love to see that too.
yeah, because it took me. It's man, because I figured I always liked superheroes and comic books and everything. So I kind of know how to structure a comic book and everything. So I figured, let me give it a try. And the first issue that I did, and the people that I gave it to is sent it to in the message. They said and anybody that want to see it, just let me know. I'll be happy to send it out to you because I got a whole plan of setup that I want to do to start off. I want to do like the first five. I already got it all out. I just have to put it to paper and write the stories for them. And I want to start everything goes. I use more superheroes. So right now, Rose Gathers and the first is like his first villain in the first issue is like his arch enemy. It's like his his Joker is like what Joker is to Batman and what Lex Luthor is to Superman. His arch enemy go be Shadow Knight.
Ooh, I like that.
And I already got the first five issues ready to go and the way that I'm gonna end issue five is on the I'll tell y'all now, if I get to that point, the way I'm gonna end it is will be on the cliffhanger. That'll get people like, oh, what happened? I want to see what happens. So everything together. But like I said, that first issue is out, and I ain't saying it's good or anything. It's just the character. And so views on it.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for promoting that out to us, brother, and we hope to see it out soon and can't wait to see what you do more with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the mighty stated, I love how invested you are in your work and welcome Cedric Walls.
I
So you got this.
appreciate it. Yeah, I see it now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, people giving you your praises, man, your flowers.
If it's worth doing, it's worth doing correctly.
What was that?
My bad, it broke up. I said I was always taught that if you'll do anything, make sure you do it correctly. Because if it's worth doing and you really love doing it, you'll do it right. You'll have to go through the struggles of doing it, go through the hard times of doing it, and everything. You have to just stick with it.
Oh yeah, brother. Never give up on what you want to do. And you're gonna go far with this comics, and you're gonna go far here in the EFED community. And welcome pro wrestler
Hold up,
Hunter
you
Ellis.
sorry. No, you said that again.
I said you have a long ways to go in the EFED and comic world.
Yeah, both of them kind of started popping off at the same time, around the same time.
That's awesome. Heck yeah, man.
And I'm looking forward to see where everything takes me.
Most indeed. And we all are as well. And thank you again for coming on and getting over your stage fright here. And you're always welcome on anytime. And we do hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. And peace out.
Bye.